Are you trying to go for an ace every time you got a chance to serve? If you are, I think you're making lots of faults and you have to rely 100% on your second serve. In my opinion, where you hit your serve is way more important than how hard you hit your serve. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of knowing those three different directions in serves, and I'm going to go through a couple of drills that you can do on court. So let's get started. So the three different directions are wide serve, the body serve, and the T serve. Let me just explain one at a time. Okay, so let's start from the wide serve. Let's say you're serving from the deuce side. If you're to hit a wide serve from the deuce side, then you want to be aiming the left corner of the service box from your side. So after you hit that wide serve, you should be pulling your opponent away from the court. And if you were to serve from the outside, then it's the opposite corner. So you want to be aiming the right corner of that service box, trying to push your opponent away from the court. The next one is T serve. So let's say you're trying to hit serve from the deuce side. You want to be aiming the right corner of the service box. And again, it's the same. It's the opposite side that you want to aim when you're trying to serve from the outside. And the last one is the body serve. So body serve means hitting the ball directly to your opponent, where your opponent is standing. So it's usually in the middle of the service box, and the ball goes straight to your opponent's body. So now that you know those three different directions when it comes to serve, let me talk about the benefits. Why do you want to be able to control your directions when you're trying to serve? Well, when you're serving, you're in full control, right? The timing you hit and where the direction of your shot would be, and you're on one position, you don't have to be moving. So you're in full control. You want to be maximizing the chance of dictating that service game. And that's what you want to do when you're serving. If you're able to hit a wide serve from the deuce side and able to pull your opponent away from the court, then you can create this big space and you have a higher chance to hit a winner shot or dictate the point with your next shot, right? And this is called serve plus one. Let's say you're reversing with a right-handed player and you hit a serve to T from the deuce side. So what happens is that the ball goes to your opponent's backhand side, which usually is their weaker side. So that means you wouldn't expect a really hard and aggressive return as their forehand shot. So that's another way of trying to control your point. Serving into their body is a similar reason. When the ball comes right in the middle, because the contact point is not at your ideal position, you get jammed up, right? Sometimes you're gonna have to go like that. Sometimes just end up hitting it like that. So again, you're expecting that weak, this slow and loopy shot back to you, and hopefully you can hit a winner shot or dictate the points from there. So here are little exercises that you can do in order to improve your serve placement. So here's your first exercise. Stand really close at the net, about one third away from the net, and you should be standing on the service box. You were to place 3 cones on the service box on the other side. As you serve, I want you guys to alternate the directions of your serve. So start from T, then your next shot would be body, and the third one would be wide. Just repeat that and just feel where the racket is facing and which part of the ball you're hitting every time you're changing direction. And I want you to remember that part. Once you got the hang of it, go back to the service line and do the same serves from the service line. This time it's a bit harder because you're a bit far away from the net. After that, go all the way back to the baseline and do the same thing. And let's see your serve placement has improved. So the power you should be using for this exercise is about 70 to 80%. If you were to go 100%, then you're just going to lose technique and everything. And also your arms and wrists will get stiff. And that might be because of the errors. And I also don't want you guys to reduce the power too much, say about 30 to 40%, just because for the placement. If you were to do that, there wouldn't be enough spin on the ball, right? So aim for 70 to 80% power during the practice. And as I mentioned, when it comes to match play, a lot of people tend to go for an ace. Think ace as a lucky shot. So you shouldn't be going for an ace all the time because you'll end up making lots of errors. So focus more on the placement. The power that you should be using should be about 70 to 80%. Don't go over 100% because that's when you start to make lots of silly errors. Make sure you're holding your grip not too tight, so your grip should be relaxed as well as your wrist. That's very especially important when you make the contact to the ball. Please click the like button if you like this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.